you'd miss so much. He's a scholar of boxing. And there's probably not a man alive who knows more about the all-time greats. He could talk to you about like Harry Greb and Jack Johnson and Stanley Ketchel. He'd talk to you about guys that like you never heard before.
Even the
Got it from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing. Yeah, that's it, Jim. The rope when he got hit there with the beautiful shot back and forward. That's the right. That's the right. And leans back and forward with the right hand. People don't know shit about boxing at all. Did you get what you were looking for?
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
man, oh man, we seen it coming. We seen it coming. For those of you who watch my show, we knew this shit was on the horizon. We predicted it. We predicted it. Now, like I always tell people, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a certain degree. And my spidey senses are fucking tingling. I think that there was no way they were going to let Puff Daddy get off with no smut on his name. With him owning an NFL team, with none of that shit. I think P. Diddy, and I mean, Jay-Z is reaping, you know what I mean? Is reaping the benefits, you know what I mean, of being black, you know what I mean, and entering that billionaire club so easy. Him, Dr. Dre, hip-hop has created a bunch of billionaires in a short amount of time. Oprah's been rich forever, right? And the nation's wealth, the stock market, everything is up. But Oprah Winfrey's wealth hasn't increased vastly like everybody else's. And it's like, if you look at how many years that black people been free and the amount of millionaires that we have and billionaires, it's like, I think the dude Johnson from BT was like the first billionaire. And it's like, when you look at all this stuff, it's like, of course this shit happened. Of course, Jay-Z was not gonna make it out alive. Everybody watches these movies, right? You remember the running joke in the 90s of LL Cool J being the first black man to survive a horror movie? Do you remember these jokes? Of course, like we knew Jay-Z. We seen this movie before. Listen, and as guilty as I think Puff Daddy is, I think that Jay-Z's innocent. Listen, I'm not like Dave Chappelle where I'm a victim shamer, you know what I mean? But Jay-Z released a statement. He already had a statement ready, which means they reached out to Jay-Z for money, right? This is why he already had a statement ready, you know what I mean, already on the weekend, you know what I mean? Right when that happened, it was a rapid response because he already had it ready, which means the lawyer, and this lawyer is the lawyer that's getting everybody money. You know what I mean? That all the people are going to try to say, hey, P. Diddy touched me, and hey, P. Diddy did this to me. All of these, it's the same lawyer. And Jay-Z's not going to give him one fucking penny. I don't blame him. Listen, if Jay-Z don't stand on business and he gives this woman money, not only in a court of public opinion is he going to look bad, and, you know, public relations and all the other stuff, the Super Bowl, he might not, halftime show that he's responsible for, he might lose that partnership. But people are going to come out of the fucking woodworks like, yeah, Jay-Z touched me too. You remember when Michael Jackson was getting all those charges and it was like, you know, every kid was getting touched after that point? It's kind of getting to that point with P. Diddy. Everybody's trying to get money. Like Oprah shit. You get some money. You get some money. Everybody's fucking filing. Listen, I cannot say I'm shocked whatsoever. And look, we got to give a special shout out to Cat motherfucking Williams. Cat Williams was trying to tell us, bro, whoever gets this motherfucking Cat Williams interview, their fucking shit is going to go through the roof. No doubt about it. 100%. Whoever gets Cat Williams told us everything that was, listen, with all these herbal life, you know what I mean, specialists, chakra people that's out here that we believe in tarot card readings and stuff like that in the future, and we start to think differently about the natural world. Whoever gets Cat Williams' interview now, that shit is going by. If I'm Shannon Sharp, I'm calling him again. Hey man, what's going on? What's going on, brother Cat? Could we get you back on the show, brother? Because that shit is going to take off. I promise you, it's gonna take off. But yeah, man, Cat Williams, man, he told us about this shit. We just wasn't listening. We was listening, but we wasn't fucking hearing him. Cat Williams warned us about this shit. And you know what's really insane? That, you know, I heard some people say, you know, not naming any names, that when this thing first happened, they was like, man, I wish I would have been at the P. Diddy parties. I would have been at the P. Diddy parties. And it's like, brother, not only do you not know the context of what was going on at these P. Diddy parties, but why in the fuck would you even want to associate yourself with P. Diddy? Seeing it, like, that's how you know people ain't got no fucking foresight. Jay-Z was just at pictures at the Diddy party, and he got allegations. Now, listen, 50 Cent has been trolling. He said, where the fuck was Jay-Z at when this shit happened? He was like, yo, Jay-Z's in hiding. Like, he's been trolling Jay-Z. He trolled Jay-Z and Puff, but it's to the point where it's kind of like malicious and mean. It's like 50 Cent will like post something if they lose somebody. Like, he is dirty. That dude is evil, man. And you know, it's crazy. I like 50 Cent, but man, they're like, stuff like this is like, what the fuck? It's not a laughing matter, but 50 Cent will come out and troll his ass off and make jokes about the shit. Now, the P. Diddy jokes, that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. But he took to X and was tweeting and was like, what the fuck going on, man? I don't know what's going on. Y'all fill me in. And then he said, you know, he was tweeting about the I told y'all where was Jay-Z at during all this. And 50 Cent is trolling. It's just like, damn, 50 Cent, you that fucking competitive, bro? Like, what did Jay-Z actually physically do to you, brother, to where you got this type of malice where this man is down, you know what I mean? You kicking the shit out of him. That's like, damn, 50, what the fuck going on? But like I said, people don't have any foresight because their claims was, I would have been at them Diddy parties too. Yeah, and you would have been tied into this shit like everybody else. Listen, and I don't know if y'all noticing the same shit I'm noticing. People is acting different. Tank Davis just retired from boxing. Has anybody connected those dots, or am I the only one? What's up, Sir Foul Player? Tank retired from boxing out of nowhere at the age of 30. You remember Tank was at the Diddy parties getting picked up off his feet and whispered in his ear. And it's like, bro, shit is getting real shaky out there. You got TD Jakes crying, I know who I am, man. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who I am. And I didn't come to talk about it. And all this shit. And it's like, wait a minute. What you talking about it? Cat Williams warned us, man. Oh, salute to Cat Williams.
As Cat Williams calls out Bishop TD Jakes and watches TD Jakes and Geno Jennings' response.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
All lies will be exposed. And anybody who took that the wrong way, know why they taking it the wrong way. Damn, Cat, that shit is aging like fine fucking wine. God damn. Tank retired in his fucking 30s. Denzel Washington, and I hate to say it, god damn it, Uncle Denzel, man, he even acting shaky. And you know what? That just shows that Hollywood is just corruptible. Like I don't think there's no way you can fucking get out of that shit without having a scandal. I think it's impossible. And the reason I say that is because if there was anybody who was going to make it through Hollywood without smut on their name, it was going to be Uncle Denzel, right? Uncle Denzel is out there kissing on men. God damn. Like, am I the only one noticing Hollywood just like getting shooken up? Like, I feel like Uncle Denzel is trying to do that Eminem shit. I am a fucking bum. I do stay in the trailer with my mom. I feel like that's what's going on with Uncle Denzel because he out there acting shaky than a motherfucker too. And it's like, bro, Diddy got the whole industry shook. And that's because everybody was at the party. Bro, even LeBron James was at the fucking parties, bro. God damn. And the Denzel situation is sad for several reasons. Number one, listen, Bill Cosby was everybody's TV dad, but if we ever had a movie dad, it probably would be Denzel. Man, y'all know how we do, black kids. You know, man, my daddy is a millionaire. My daddy is this. We used to fantasy daddy and shit. Well, I never played that game, but I've seen it in movies. But fantasy daddy, bro. Denzel would probably be a good fantasy daddy for people to have. No Diddy. You know what I mean? I know this is a sensitive subject. No Diddy. But they even got Denzel. Check this out. And this is how I know Hollywood is absolutely corruptible, right? There's no way to get out of it. Denzel, his entire career, outside of the Diddy parties, right? Denzel used to, in the Malcolm X film, he had a scene where he was kissing a white woman, right? And Denzel said he didn't want to celebrate no more interracial marriage, romance, right? He was in a movie with Sandra Bullock. I think it was the Pelican Bay or Last Pelican, some shit like that, right? It's been a while. And she said, hell yeah, I wanted to kiss Denzel in that movie. But he said he didn't want to do it, right? So Denzel gave a statement. He said, basically, black women support him. He wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for black women. So he don't want to do interracial date or interracial romance. This is how principled this man is, right? Not to mention this shit. Check this shit out. This is why Hollywood is absolutely corrupt. Check this out.
The amount of training we had, you know, the city party, I was very fortunate. In fact, he came no, I talked to him before that, but I think it was when we came to Soldier's Play. And he said, "You're good."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
wow.
I got a part in a movie in 1986. I called it The Nigga They Couldn't Kill.
Oh.
Yeah, he was supposed to be, he raped the white woman, and they tried to electrocute him, but it didn't work. And he became sort of a cult hero. No, not that one. That was the other awful one. But and then they tried to hang him, and they tried to do all this stuff. And I had a lot of training day in me. And there were some Jewish people in the audition, and I said, yeah. They said, no, it's funny. It's like they hang them and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. Oh. And they said, right. I said, right. That ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my MFing neck either. I made a point. The guy was like, who the hell was this little nigga talking like this? So anyway, make a long story long, I called Sidney and I was sick because he told me to call him. If I said, man, they offered me $600,000 to play the nigga they couldn't kill. And he said, I'm not going to tell you what to do. He said, I'm not going to tell you that, Denzel. He says, but I can tell you this. The first 2 or 3 or 4 films you do in this business will dictate how you're perceived in this business. Mm-hmm. So you make a decision. You know, he didn't tell me what to do, and I'll give him credit for that. And I turned it down, and 6 months later, I got Cry Freedom and got an Oscar nomination. So it could have gone an entirely, you never know. It could have gone, my whole career could have gone an entirely different way. Well, in a different way.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ms. Davis?
And all the Jewish people now, just making a point. But I was dead serious about that because they were laughing. Like, oh no, it's funny. They electrocute him, and then I could just see the poster with me with a rope around my neck. I just had dreams about it. Like,
I have a question.
that wacky guy they tried to kill.
So that's Denzel standing on business right there, right? Bro, did you see how the face he made when he put the noose around his neck? That reminded me of the Wayne brothers. Remember? We're brothers, we're happy, and we're singing, and we're colored. Do-do-do-do, give me a high five. That's what that shit reminded me of. But yeah, he basically said, bro, he ain't cooning. He not selling out. You know what I mean? He's standing on business. Love it, bro. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's what I expect out of Denzel. He carries himself as a principled man, right? So how do you go from that shit, bro? And to those of you who grew up as Denzel, as your black father, you might want to step away for this brief. It's very disturbing. You know the news give the warning before they show it. It's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. This is disturbing, man. But check this out. How do you go from that to this?
The man in the film, but they took it. I actually kissed the man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken.
I loved the film.
How the fuck do you go from standing on business, early in your career, pretty sure Denzel was broke at the time, offered him $600,000 to play the nigga that they couldn't kill. And I've seen niggas coon for free to a non-white man, a white man in a not in the suit, in a tie, for free on YouTube. So $600,000, man. I'm surprised a lesser black man would have took it. Let me just say that. In today's time, black man would have took it, the money, and justified why they took it. I got bills, I got this, I got that. You don't understand. But Denzel, early in his career, he didn't want to be shaped one way. He was standing on business, and he told them, absolutely not, right? Turned the movie down, then picked up another role that was more dignified. There you go, Oscar, baby, right? Or he said it was nominated, I can't remember. But he stood on business at the beginning of his career. Then in the middle of his career, after he played Malcolm X, he said, no, look, I'm not doing romances no more with white women. I got to represent black love and show people black love. I'm everybody's TV daddy, right? You go from that shit to, I kissed the man and they took it out because they were too chicken. What the fuck? Bro, that right there just showed. I know everybody's a little egotistical, right? And they think, Hollywood wouldn't do that to me. You know what I mean? Some people might be deal. They might, take me to jail, lock me up. I don't know what the case may be, but that just shows that it's absolutely corrupted. And then after everybody lost their shit after Denzel said that, he issued a response. He issued a response to it. He said this.
I love seeing you return to the stage playing Othello in a role that you played when you were 22 at Fordham University.
That's correct. I think I know the part a little bit better now, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to rehearsal.
You love being on stage.
I love it. Yes.
That's where I feel like it's really the work is born.
That's the actor's medium. Film is a director's medium. Stage is an actor's medium.
Big headline about a certain scene, a kiss that was omitted from the movie. Why do you think they did that?
It wasn't even a big deal, really. I mean, that's about what it was. And I kissed him on the hands.
Thank you very much, Mr. Monson. I love seeing you return to the stage playing Othello.
So Denzel demonstrates on his wife what he attempted to do to a man and expects us to be understanding of that. Weird, tricky and weird at the same time. It's like, brother Denzel, what the fuck are you doing? You demonstrated on your wife what you did to another man, but you took a stance early in your career of what you're not going to do and who you're not going to be and what love's going to be presented. But then you wait till now to start kissing men and then demonstrating on your, what the fuck is going on? Listen, I don't even, up is down, left is right. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hollywood just got the world shook right now. Turned it upside down. Cat Williams warned that this shit was going to happen. It's crazy. And look, like I said, everybody's shook now, right? This is what I personally think. I think Uncle Denzel is trying to get ahead of the shit. Remember Eminem? I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do stay in the trailer with my mom. My friend, Future is an Uncle Tom. All that shit. I think that's what Denzel's trying to do. Because Denzel was at those Diddy parties too, right? And to be honest with you, he was the one that we least expected to do something at these Diddy parties. I'm just speaking for myself, right? I didn't think he was doing anything at these Diddy parties. I thought Denzel was at the Diddy parties, you know what I mean? Drink a little wine and then leave. You know what I mean? Preach to everybody, you know, we're good, you know, stay in school. You know what I'm saying? My nigga. Okay. All right. Okay. I thought he was doing that at the party. My nigga. I didn't expect Denzel to participate in any of the festivities at the party. And then it's like, Denzel, why did you wait? Are you dying or something? He even said this. He issued a statement and said that he has been clean and sober for 10 years. I'm like, 10 years, motherfucker, you 60 something. Damn near 70. 10 years. What the math is not, what the fuck? He said he's clean and sober. He's been clean and sober 10 years. And he said, you know, his drug of choice is wine. And he was like, you know, he's never been strung out on anything, and he shot heroin. And I just face palm like, what the fuck are you? Denzel did heroin? He definitely was wilding out at them fucking Diddy parties. He's putting himself in a different light than what I see him, like, by revealing this shit. So Denzel, you done did hard drugs like heroin? Like, bro, his career could have been completely different than what it is now. He's like, yeah, you know, I was never really addicted to any of these drugs, you know? And it's like, bro, you got fucking lucky. Like, bro, the other 90% of people that tried heroin are definitely fucking strung out in the rain outside their girlfriend's house that they stole, you know what I mean? Ate all the fruit snacks, stole the card and stole the car and singing nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall. Like, that's crazy, Denzel. Oh my God. Like, listen, like I said, man, I think Denzel's trying to get ahead of this shit. I think Denzel I think he might have participated in the festivities at the party. In my conclusion, I'm just looking at how everybody's behaving. You know, I'm looking at Cat Williams' reveal to everybody. As he put it, no Diddy. All lies will be exposed in 2020 for all these big dick deviants. Like, pause, Cat. What? But I get what he was saying. It's only two sides. It's God's side and the other side. You know, and if they get mad about it, just know why they mad. You know, Cat Williams was up there. I ain't gonna lie. I've always loved Cat Williams' comedic side. I always thought he was fucking hilarious. And he had a good third eye, you know, and looking at stuff. But sometimes Cat would get a little buck. Like, I remember him when he punched Benny Siegel's bodyguard at the concert and got stomped out. I just remember him doing a lot of crazy stuff. So I would always take his stuff with a little bit of grain of salt. This motherfucker is spot on. If you just look at since he did that interview and since these charges came out and since Diddy, bro, I feel like Diddy Nino Brown everybody, bro. yeah, G Money. If I go down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. This shit is bigger than Nino Brown. Like, I feel like that's what Diddy is in jail doing, because everybody is just acting fucking weird. And listen, if y'all have a spouse and ever since Diddy and these charges came out, they've been acting funny, they was at them fucking parties. That's how I'm looking at everybody was at them parties. Everybody acting fucking weird. Listen, you got everybody on one side acting weird, and then you got this guy.
I mean, I told you in the first interview, I mean, she gave me, and I gave her some, I mean, I told you in the first interview. I mean, she gave me, and then I gave her some.
That guy's been acting consistent. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link with 702 when I'm done with the presentation. What the fuck is the world coming to when Orlando Brown is the most consistent person that we know? Everybody that we thought we fucking knew is now turned cold. Like, what the fuck? Listen, I'm gonna take you back. We going in the time machine today. You remember when the slap happened? When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and everybody lost their shit. And I remember telling everybody this is fake moral outrage. Nobody really cares. I remember Jim Carrey issued a statement, and I quote, "Yeah, you know, guys, Hollywood, we're low now. You know, we're not the cool kids anymore." It's like, brother, got news for you. You guys have never been the fucking cool kids. You've been the fucking perverts of society having orgies and all this weird shit y'all were doing. But everybody that was at that Oscars thing, they picked a side. You know what I mean? Nobody was on Will's side. Everybody was on what the side they thought was right. And it's just so funny to me that these same motherfuckers would be at the parties where they were doing some uncivilized, weird shit. But they wasn't outraged by that. They more outraged by Will Smith slapping the fuck out of Chris Rock. What the fuck? What the hell is going on? Can somebody tell me what is going on? Orlando, somebody, anybody.
I mean, I told you in the first interview. I mean, she gave me, and then I gave her some. I do, yeah.
God damn, that's the most consistent person. And as you know, it's funny, everybody in Hollywood knows these things, right? They know who's doing what. Think about it, bro. How hard is it to keep a fucking secret amongst just close friends? Hollywood, they definitely know who's doing what, who's doing what to who, and etc., right? And they'll put up with it until it hits mainstream media, and then they'll act, oh, so shocked. I can't believe this. Denzel was doing heroin? I never knew that. I looked at Denzel as a stand-up guy. No, I'm not in Hollywood. I looked at him as a stand-up guy. Y'all know what the fuck is going on at these goddamn Diddy parties. Like, you remember this guy?
Somebody sent me something on my phone and it said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie?
What would I hog-tie? You remember that shit? You remember the outrage of R. Kelly? After he was no longer making them hits for those people, how they just used and abused R. Kelly, and then he was no longer useful to them. They just throw him back to the wolves. Like, bro, human nature is just a weird fucking thing, bro. And the cycles that it happens in is just crazy to me because people react the same way when it happens all over again. Meaning like this. You remember when Michael Jackson was the kid allegations and everybody was just losing their shit over that. Oh, Michael's this, Michael that. Everybody had a joke for Michael. Nobody had no sympathy for Michael. Then after he passed, you know what I mean? That's when he I don't think Michael did it. And, you know, the kids are coming out saying the parents forced them to say it. It's just like, this is really crazy. Because even Jay-Z's issued a statement and was basically saying, if I did these things, then why do you guys want money? That a guy that does these type of things should be in jail, and I 100% agree with him. You did something to somebody's kid and child, and they want money, so you're selling your kid. The parents should be charged if that's the case. Ain't that what prostitution literally is? But yeah, man, he got everybody shook. We got TD Jakes out there faking heart attacks. We got Tank Davis retiring at 30. We got Denzel revealing shit that we never knew about him, trying to get ahead of the curve. It's like everybody who even rubbed up to Diddy, bro. No Diddy. You know what I mean? But was in the pictures with him or whatever. It's crazy. LeBron, don't be surprised if y'all see LeBron in the next couple of days, man. Even LeBron ain't playing good at basketball. What the fuck is going on here? LeBron just starts breaking out of nowhere, bro. LeBron James, people was talking about how LeBron James is turning back the hands of time, how LeBron James's crossover is this, and how, oh my God, he's the all-time leading scorer. Look at him. He got his son on the court with him. It's a dual citizen. They're dual father and son. It's never been done. All of a sudden, these motherfucking charges hit the fan, and LeBron starts breaking like a motherfucker. Everybody's acting weird. Like I said, you remember this shit?
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, T.D. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
All of you who expect me to address a lie, you can log off. This sacred day in this sacred pulpit to address a lie when I have a chance to preach a truth. I will stand straight up, head up, back straight, and preach the unadulterated, infallible word of God. Because that is what the pulpit is for. But there will be a time. Stop dragging people and arguing with people and fighting and just log off. All you do is just hit the button. Right there. Log off. There is no show here. Keep it moving. The worst that could happen if everything was true, all I got to do is repent sincerely from my heart. There's enough power in the blood to cover all kinds of sins. I don't care what it is, the blood would fix it. But I ain't got to repent about this. All I got to do is step over top of it and keep on going on. Glory to God, I'm not in trouble. I'm talking about the power of the blood, amen. Thank you, Jesus. I have used it and I will use it again, but I ain't got to use it for that. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Whatever I needed, it's available to me, and it's available to you, and you can have it when you need it, but you don't have to plead the blood when you didn't do the crime.
I mean, I got the blood, and I use it if I have to, but I don't really want to, because I didn't get swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Like, TD Jakes, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is crazy. Everybody is losing their shit. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Like, I thought we 14% of the population, you know what I mean? We make up a lot of entertainment out of that 14%. And like I said, that entertainment black people have created, entertainment has created a lot of millionaires and billionaires, you know what I mean? As far as across the board, whether it be hip hop and all the other categories, right? But how many fucking normal people are left? If Denzel can't make it, they all fucking corrupt. They all doing something. They all was doing that. The Diddy party's freaking. Tank was freaking. Shit. They all was freaking. But for everybody that hasn't been hiding up under a rock the last fucking 6, 7, 8 hours, this is what's been going on with Diddy, right? If you've been living under a rock. Diddy and Jay-Z. Because at first the lawsuit was against Diddy, allegedly, and then they tried to bribe Jay-Z to pay him. He didn't want to pay him, so they ended up adding him to the lawsuit, which I don't believe that he's responsible for, but here we go. And this is Fox, of course. I don't watch Fox News, but here we go.
It was being reported as a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped the minor while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took turns assaulting the minor, according to the lawsuit. Many others were present at the after party, but did nothing to stop the assault, it alleges. The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit. In an attempt to gain entry to the venue, she began approaching limousine drivers waiting outside the celebrity-filled event. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. Combs, who would have been 30 years old at the time, then allegedly attempted to force the girl to perform oral sex on him. He stopped after she hit him in the neck, according to the lawsuit here. So now Jay-Z being accused in this now 24 years ago, raping a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So these are the newest allegations rocking the music world this evening, and we wanted to bring that to your attention all right here on Live Now from Fox, of course.
Wow. Shit. I'm lost for words. And like so many different things, so many questions, right? Who the fuck is dropping a 13-year off at an MTV premiere just randomly? Like, hey man, go out there, go be free. Like, what the fuck? And then this happened a long time ago. They've never tried to do any type of like criminal action between that time. Just pop up 23 years later and say, yeah, everybody else getting their money. Why not me? Oh my God. It's so much stuff. Like, listen, and like I said, I don't believe in holding, court publicly, because that's never, we're not hip to certain facts. But there's a lot of fucking, what the fuck are you doing? Questions that's involved in this case that I just can't it doesn't sit well with my spirit.
Hi, Scarlett.
What's good, Miss 702?
Guess who's not surprised?
You.
Yeah, and guess what? I haven't jumped on anybody else's panel to spill this exclusive tea.
Oh shit, we got an exclusive.
Yeah, you do. I'm gonna drop names and everything.
Wait. Hold up,
I gotta add validity to what I'm saying.
Hold up, sister. I want to make it to my next birthday. Nah, just play. Go ahead.
I mean, so I want to say that my friends started hanging out with Jay-Z and them when we were teenagers. It's well documented too. So I'm gonna say my first friend that I knew hung out with Jay-Z and them was my homegirl Carolyn. And I can't remember her last name for nothing. It might be like Carolyn Gamboa or something. But we were all like 16, 17, and she was rolling around with them during the big pimping days. So that's like 2000. That's before we even graduated high school. And who were some of the other girls that were in that little circle that was hanging out with them? Jay-Z had the Girls video. And my other homegirl was in that video. Her name is Dorothea Davia. You can find her on social media. And we're all like probably around still like 17. Because 2001 is the difference between the videos. And then some of my other homegirls that hung out with him were my homegirl Brandy Kendall. And I don't know Tierra's last name now, but they're actually on the intro to Kanye West's song Workout Plan. So when you hear the two girls on Workout Plan, those is the homies. So yeah, they was hanging out with Jay-Z and them from pretty young and up. Dates, videos, songs, names.
So listen. But
even more so, if you look at it, Vanessa Bryant is our age, and she was even in Big Pimpin', and she wasn't about 16, 17 at that time. She wasn't an adult. That was 2000. She's our age, so do the math. Yeah. So it was teenagers around. Yeah, do the math. Go to Google right now. How old was Vanessa Bryant in 2000?
Sister, it's taking me a lot to process this. And I'm updating my will. you know what's crazy is we had the same conversation probably about 4 months ago about Drake, and brother like that, shout out to like that. He was talking about Drake, you know what I mean? And we were talking about Drake. And I was trying to explain to him that because like that a little bit younger than me, so he missed it. I was telling him when I was in high school, the older niggas, the niggas in their 30s used to drive their nice cars around the high school to pick up girls. Like I was telling him, like, bro, like these are facts, bro. Like it's a whole lot of fucking. My grandma was married at 13. I was telling him not to say like that, this is acceptable behavior, but I was just telling him like, maybe the outrage, you know what I mean, is like, it's like, okay, really, like it was acceptable at the time. At the time, people were like, that was a thing. Like the reason why I don't believe this particular case, right? Because 13 and 16 is a huge difference. You know what I mean? All of it's
right, yeah,
bad, but it's still a huge difference. And I don't believe this particular case, but I do believe that those industry dudes were definitely messing with. I mean, look at Dame Dash and Aaliyah, and look at Jay-Z and Aaliyah, R. Kelly. They all talked to
I read a book
very young.
by Bobby DeBarge, and he was saying all their first wives was like teenagers, So this is something been going on in the industry. White and black, John Lennon, all of them. I think they all had younger chicks back in the day,
Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin, and she was like 13.
13. Yup. Hella young. And I'm not saying it's right either. But I'm saying if you're going to crack the books open on one, crack the books open on all. Because white people idolize Elvis, but how young was Priscilla Presley? She was hecka young.
That's a good point. So what do you think Jay-Z did it? Because you gave up the names and say he has some suspect behavior. Do you think?
Think about this. If y'all are high school girls and they coming back, they telling stories. I ain't even told the stories because I don't remember. I'm old now, right? But like, if they had these teenage girls just around, you could imagine like that had to be something. Because there's no way you around in 2000. You around in 2001, and then I'm documenting it. And then also you guys are on the song in 2004. So clearly they was around them for a long time, From our junior, senior years until like the early 20s,
I have a question. I want to talk to those girls who was around during that time. Because I want to ask them, do they look at the guys as weird? So like if a guy starts talking to a girl when she's 13, do they like not trust that guy after that? Do they be like, this guy is sick? He started talking to me when I was like 13. Or do they just be like, nah, I was special. My shit don't stay. Like, how do they look at that guy
I just
from
think that
that?
girls back then, and I'm gonna be honest about all of us, even though I wasn't, dating older guys or whatever. But like, I think girls just thought they was really grown and they was really mature. If you look at those times, and I don't think that us girls that grew up in the 90s to early 2000s are that different than the 80s, because the 80s girls, they was all having babies at 15 and 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Girls was maturing. And then, okay, look at our grandparents. They was having babies when they was like 13, 14. So, it's definitely that older guy, younger girl dynamic been going on.
So you think it's just like, it's the...
Look at Aaliyah. Those interviews, when you look back at them now and that footage, when she was with R. Kelly, even though you hate to think about this, when she was recording that record, she was like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. What's the
I
most sick
know,
part
but look
about the
at how
R. Kelly?
fucking mature she was. When you look at them interviews now, like she was grown and she was already living a grown woman life,
She like a little boy in them interviews to me.
She was a full grown woman. But this is the thing that's so crazy. Her mom was there. Her mama had to know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when you say who dropped off this 13-year-old, ask them girls it was with R. Kelly. Ask their parents.
Oh, but we already know Negroes is messed up. We products of sexual assault. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we be having a lot of that stuff going on in our family that don't get properly addressed, and then when it hits the fan, people choosing sides. Got a bunch of that shit going on. So,
But this particular case, I kind of feel like you. I kind of feel like, what? I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like it's cringy because, and Jay-Z can't pay a dime. If Jay-Z pays a dime of his money to this girl, it's gonna be a whole bunch of, yeah, Jay-Z slept with me too. Jay-Z slept with me.
But Jay-Z is gonna settle though. Because look at all them illegitimate children they done found over the years. He's quietly settled with all them children.
You believe Jaguar? Jaguar Wright was on the Pierce Morgan show, and she spoke about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I forgot what she said. What did she say?
I haven't caught any of Jaguar Wright's stuff. To be honest, I want to check out some of her stuff, but I don't know what she be talking about.
I can't follow her either. I feel like she's like Orlando Brown, but just
all over the
extremely
place.
crazy. Yeah, she talk about ancient skulls, and you be like, what? Yeah, little people with little feet. You be like, what? She sounds like the people downtown. Like if you go downtown, you know what I mean? That's how they talk. That's how the people downtown talk. That's what Jaguar Wright.
I was like, everybody talking about she right. I can't even understand what she's talking about. Cause she be like, remember Sunday school? Yeah, it all makes sense now, don't it? Don't it? Big Macs. Big Macs. That's why they took us to McDonald's after. I feel like, what?
Yo, he do be all over the place like that. That's fucking hilarious. That's crazy. Why do you think they put the toys inside the bag?
Right. Happy meal. You see that? It was always pedophile. Happy meal.
Yo, that's fucking true. That's crazy. But yeah, Jaguar Wright, she's hard. Because you look at people make the assumption that crazy people don't tell any truth, but she don't tell enough truth for me to excuse her craziness. Now, Cat Williams, I'm like, okay, what you got to say today, Cat? But Jaguar Wright, drugs have clearly fried that woman's brain. She don't have a brain cell left. Like, it's like she has a lot of thoughts up there, but they're like free range. You know what I mean? Like, they're all over the place.
Right. I feel like she's one of those people. I'm just stuck at the end. Like, what? Blues Clues. I didn't understand none of that.
Facts.
But, I have told you this before. I do like Orlando Anderson, though. I understand his crazy. So I guess it's personal preference,
Wait, is it Orlando Brown? Orlando Anderson. I thought it was
what's his name? Orlando Anderson?
I've been calling this man Orlando Brown. I thought it was Orlando Brown. You might be right.
Is it Orlando Brown?
You might be right. I don't know.
Crazy Orlando.
I know you talking about Umbop. Umbop, yeah, that one.
Yeah. I understand his crazy. You said you didn't look at it, but the interview he just recently did with Ray J, like them together, oh, he was putting all type of stuff out there. And Ray J was so frustrated because Orlando would not turn him loose. You know what I'm saying? But he be dropping bombs, but then he act crazy in between to throw people off. But he drops like landmark bombs, you know?
I think that he's just so fucked up that some of the stuff might be dipped in truth
Right.
because some of the shit don't even make sense. Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy. What?
Right.
You remember when it was an interview? I think Ray J, it might have been Ray J. It was somebody there. This motherfucker grabbed the mic and started doing oral sex, and I had to get the fuck out of there. I didn't care what he had to say.
Yeah, that's the same
past that moment.
interview. But he was basically blowing up the spot that Ray J is down with the elite and he's into homosexual activities, right? And then even Ray J, out of his frustration, what does he say? Oh, I have a talent agency and it's exclusively gay people. Like, okay, you said you had the gay goons years ago. Like, all this stuff is start to circle around. Just come on out that closet, you know? You got too much stuff going on. Come out the closet. So then another thing Orlando Brown was saying to him was, how do you feel now that your homeboy locked up? Which is throwing a dagger about Diddy, you know? Like, Ray J's deeply into this secret society stuff that they do. And Orlando was blowing up his spot, you know?
Do you think that P. Diddy has struck a deal behind bars because they keep denying him bail? Do you think P. Diddy is striking up deals and the elites are, you know what I mean, they getting scared and nervous that their names for the wind up in the papers?
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. You know the rule? What's the rule? Turn 3 and walk free or something like that? He gonna have to take down somebody and he gonna have to give them good people too.
Look, I said I didn't want to go to the Diddy parties. I take it back. I wouldn't go for the sex. This is what I would go for, now that I'm thinking about it.
You're gonna be like, he touched me a little, just a
No.
little.
Oh, hell no. Not that. Nothing like that.
Like,
So y'all, those of y'all who are familiar with Charleston White, right? Charleston White said he knows a guy that committed a murder and he waiting for the feds to hem him up so he can snitch on the guy. I would go there and just take notes of people that was doing shit. Just if I ever got into a jam, I would just put like a little name on the desk, like, you sure you want to do this? Denzel, you sure you don't want to put me in this movie? That's what I would do. I would use it for blackmail purposes.
And I absolutely believe that Diddy got that on lock. Do you know how much stuff he probably has of all these people? You know, one thing I
got some exclusive footage.
One thing I learned in Vegas that I never learned here in California. In California, we kind of do celebrity worship, right? But when it comes down to a place like Vegas, they do money worship. So Jay-Z is nobody when he comes into the casinos versus like the executive owners of CBS Studios. You know what I mean? Vegas look at that totally different, you know? Like real legitimate big money and big business versus just entertainers. And I really think that Diddy has been able to commingle with both groups of people. So I feel like he probably got dirt on people we can't even think of right now, you know?
I got some exclusive footage, Miss 702 of Diddy. Check this out.
Okay.
Look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing. I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of people. If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. In the court.
That's fucking Diddy out there snitching in them interrogation rooms with the feds. That's crazy. Listen, LeBron James is out there throwing up bricks. Yeah. God damn, like everybody should. I don't know if you. So I'm pretty sure you might watch a little bit of boxing in 72 when it come on TV. Okay. But there's a fighter named Tank Davis, right?
Yes.
Tank Davis retired from the sport of boxing at 30 years old.
I thought that they were just saying that he's really gonna retire. He's
gonna retire, and you know what? He's gonna mysteriously come back when these Diddy charges clear up.
But like I said a minute ago, I mean, really, an entertainer's life is not all that. I think Diddy got stuff on like people in government politics, kings, queens. I mean, Diddy done rubbed shoulders with a lot more important people than just entertainers and athletes, you know? They the ones that I'm scared of. Like, if he say
Hold up.
their name, will he even make it out?
Well, shit. They said he wasn't
Did
in
you
that
ever
easy.
think of it on that level? Like, if he say those names, he may not even make it.
I don't know, because I think he already is in that mind frame, because when he first got there, they said he wasn't eating.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't eating. He was like, and I'm like, why so see, the two things, it can only be two of these things. Either P. Diddy is so fucking rich, spoiled, and entitled that he's not eating the food because he feel like the food is beneath him and he'll be out.
Right.
Or he don't want to eat the food because he don't want to fucking get poisoned. I mean, we seen what happened with Epstein. It was what?
Oh,
Epstein got caught. Next thing you know, he unalived himself while being on watch. And it's like,
right.
sure he did.
But this is the crazy thing, though. He's a liability to those people. And he knows it. So his life is just in danger for just being in trouble. You know what I mean? I know he don't sleep good at night.
How can he? How can he?
Mhm.
I don't listen. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Like,
Everybody be trying to get into these circles and be with the elite. Guess what? He was all with the elite. He became the elite. And now he know too much. He know too much to be in trouble.
I don't think he gonna settle though, Miss 702. I don't think he gonna settle.
Mm-mm.
I think he can't situation where he can't settle. If he settles this case, it's gonna open the floodgates for a bunch of people to saying that he touched it. Like Michael, no different than Michael Jackson. Like
Who
people
you
was
talking about,
still,
Jay-Z?
yeah.
He gonna settle.
I don't think so.
He always settles. If you look at his history, every allegation that came up against him, he always settles.
But those allegations wasn't to this extreme. If he
Oh,
settles,
yeah.
it's gonna look like it's an admission of guilt, and
Yeah.
public perception is gonna fuck up all of his endorsement deal. Like, it don't matter if it take him $15 million to fight this case. He'll save $100 million from his endorsements. He can't settle in this case, even if he
You're
wanted to,
right.
because he got the NFL Super Bowl halftime gig where he booking the talent for them. If he settles with this case, I guarantee that shit's gone.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely right when I think about it like that. This is the one he gotta fight.
Yeah, I
But
think
it
they
just don't
were.
sound right though. Like a 13-year-old girl coming to a very public awards show, them taking turns gang raping her basically. Like none of this sounds right. Like who would take that type of risk, you know?
Yeah, she took something and she started feeling woozy. I'm like, girl, the people who were 60 years old in the Bill Cosby case and 70 years old, they didn't recall remembering anything while under the influence of whatever he put into their drinks. So you mean to tell me that something was in your drink, but you could remember fighting them off? These two, two men as a 13-year, like, it's like, man, come on, man. Like I said, this shit got fishy shit written all through it. You know what I mean? But like I said, we don't ever have court on YouTube. Luckily, it is what it is. Hopefully, JG just stick this shit out and fight it. You know what I mean? But the sad part about it, celebrities nowadays are guilty by associate, because we have a celebrity worship. They build them up just to tear them down. You know what I mean? They're gonna believe the lie because it's more juicier. Then Jay-Z ain't then Jay-Z not doing this shit. They're gonna be like, yeah, Jay-Z did this shit. You know what I mean? Guilty by association. Because Black people have been talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce being evil for years. They've been saying Jay-Z and Beyonce and Illuminati, Jay-Z and Beyonce doing this, they destroying children, they doing this. They've been blaming Jay-Z and Beyonce for a lot of shit over the years. So this is going to be, like, as more unfolds, I guarantee people going to start to, be more on the side of, yeah, Jay-Z did this shit.
I just feel like ever since Diddy got arrested, they've been digging for something on Jay-Z. It's real crazy. It's like all levels of crazy that they want Jay-Z in prison, just like Diddy. Like, isn't that crazy? Just because that's his friend. In a way, I kind of understand now what Black Men was talking about a couple months ago when Diddy got booked. They said that it was the sickness of wanting to see a black man down bad like that that really bothered them. And now I'm thinking about it like, damn, just because Diddy got in trouble, why do you want Jay-Z to be in trouble as well? That's kind of sick.
Then again, you got to be careful of the company you keep.
Yeah.
I mean, Diddy been weird for years. Like when these charges came out, nobody that was on the other side of Hollywood was surprised that Diddy was doing any of these things. Nobody, because he's been weird for years. Like you seen the clip of him in Fabulous, right?
Yeah, he scared Fab to death.
He love it when he's scrambling and scraping for shit. You like, bro, what? And they just the mere fact that Diddy was saying all these things and they were just looking at Diddy like, oh, that's Diddy. It kind of reminds me of Scary Movie. You remember Scary Movie Ray, the gay character?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Ray was gay and nobody addressed it. Like everybody, it was like the elephant in the room. Like I remember when the dude was like unconscious, you know what I mean, laying on the side of the street, and it was like Ray was like, we can't call the cops. And the dude was like, yeah, man, you know how many sex-starved convicts are in there waiting for a fresh piece of meat? And Ray was like, you know what? We should call the cops. Like he just kept doing gay stuff throughout the entire movie and nobody addressed it. That's Diddy. That's Diddy. Diddy is sitting up there talking about he love it when he's scrambling and scraping for shit. And everybody's just sitting there like, yeah, like so we was talking about. So he goes in there, right? He like, wait a minute, did y'all just hear what Diddy just said?
Right.
Let me see, I think I got the clip on here.
When you like this, Daddy. Yeah, when you put my back Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No, I like that.
Yeah, they just ignored it. Nori and all those guys. Ugh, let's get out of here.
I wanted to say, like, I never knew about him and the Meek Mill's interactions. I never knew about that until this happened. But when I saw that Fab situation on Drink Champs, I was shook. I was like, I see it. It's no way. He stared right in Fab's eyes. Fab looked like a deer in headlights. Tell me I'm lying. Fab was hella uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you know what? Diddy been calling himself the king of New York. Bow Wow of all motherfucking people. Bow Wow came out and was like, I didn't realize how important Diddy was to the culture until Diddy got these charges, and I went to go party and the parties wasn't the same without Diddy. And you just face palm and you'd be like, you idiot. Now Bow Wow's gonna be in some shit. It's bad enough Bow Wow's career didn't turn out the way he expected it. Bow Wow and Nick Cannon are the jokes of America, like black culture.
Right.
They're the guys who like never grew up, who are corny, but we didn't realize it until we were older. We didn't realize how corny they were until we were older. And now they're just like, you know what I mean? They're Urkel to us. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sit your ass down somewhere. Like, we could be in a serious moment, you know what I mean? Like having a meeting. And Bow Wow could stand up and say, something that Martin Luther King or Malcolm X would say. And everybody would turn to them immediately like, Bow Wow, sit your ass down. Like nobody takes Bow Wow serious. And this motherfucker has a nerve at the height of the Diddy shit to mention something about P. Diddy. And it's just like, okay, Bow Wow, you better be careful.
But what are they really going to take from Bow Wow, though? Bow Wow been a wash for a minute.
Yeah, he done got his cars repossessed and everything. He better be careful before they come for his dominoes, because that's all he got left is the dominoes and the domino table.
Right?
Yeah, that's crazy though. Bow Wow's up there talking shit about the parties, and you know what? This just shows me what I already knew. Every black person I know will talk about, money and how evil it is. But I watch them in their everyday life and every statement they make after that. And everything is in pursuit of the almighty dollar. Every justification they make is in pursuit of the almighty dollar. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I thought money was the root of all evil. If it's the root of all evil, then why would you do anything to get it? Why is your ambition so high? You know what I mean? Like, I've never met a black person. Like for instance, we talk about dominoes, right? I'm a cold ass domino player. When I make plays and I play black people, you know what they always say? All money ain't good money. And what do they do right after they say that? Take the fucking money. Because I'm good at setting traps and dominoes. That's what I do. I put some money out there so they'll take the trap and I kick their ass. When I put that trap out there, they think about it because they know they ain't supposed to take it. They even make a saying, preach right after they say it. All money ain't good money, and then take that fucking money. And it's just like they're the same way in regular life. All these black celebrities, man, they know what the fuck is going on. They know what's happening at these parties. They know how they talking about Bohemian Grove. Fuck Bohemian Grove. Try Diddy's mansion.
Right. But can I ask you a question about Meek Mill though? Because I said I wasn't well versed in their relationship, right? It's been a lot of memes, but that isn't always a true context, right? Now they got these videos of Meek Mill out here talking about no Diddy, right? Were they real cool and Meek just switched up once Diddy got locked up?
Basically.
Yeah, Meek Mill a joke too. He a joke too.
Meek Mills is a nut hopper. Like, he was on Jay-Z's nuts because Jay-Z was a billionaire. He sucks up to a lot of billionaires. Like, there was even an NFL owner, right? Since we talk about Meek Mills and how weird these people is, there was an NFL owner named Robert Kraft. He owns the Patriots, right? He got caught at like a drug sex ring, right? With underage girls, right? Probably around the age of the girls that we're talking about with Jay-Z. And Meek Mills was bragging before I think either after he got caught or before he got caught. But he put a picture up of the dude, Robert Kraft, and he was like, we hanging out with billionaires, yo. We hanging out with billionaires. We out here doing our thing. Like, basically, I'm coming up because y'all is millionaires, but I'm hanging around billionaires. I'm trying to make more money. And it's just like, Then I seen a video of Meek Mills with another billionaire, and he loses a bet, and the billionaire got this motherfucker bunny hopping. Like, humiliating.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. It was like a humiliation ritual, right?
Kanye West fucking feeding this other billionaire. It's just like, bro, what Kanye West begging Elon Musk and fucking the dude from Facebook to give him money. It's just like, it just shows you, if your desire is money, you're gonna always be ruled by evil people. Like, we know everybody, black people was raised in the church. We know what it say about money being the root of all evil. And then we go chase it. Like, we wasn't told that shit. Like, we don't know that it's true. You listen, there's some people who question the Bible and, the validity of it. There are some things in it that are true no matter what. And that's one of those statements that's going to age, and you could put it in any different time and it's going to be true. People kill for money. People steal for money is the root of all evil, especially the admiration for it. But these motherfuckers admire it so much that they out there doing anything for it, bunny hopping for it. Like, they asked 50 Cent one time, and this is why 50 Cent clowns him, because I think he feel like he's safe. The only scandal that 50 Cent has ever had in all these years was he made fun of an autistic boy. That's it. He made fun of an autistic boy, and then he paid the money back and made amends with that. But other than that, he ain't really did shit. And 50 Cent is rich as fuck. But they asked 50 Cent, would he ever want to be a billionaire? And he basically said no. And his reason for saying no was because why would he want to go be a billionaire and have the admiration and chase money and end up like Meek Mills or Jay-Z or any one of these guys? Because you start rubbing elbows with those people, you have to fit in with them. Like, if you're chasing money, you're going to have to ignore all the evil shit that they're doing, right? And you're going to have to play ball. You're going to have to pretend like you didn't see it. And I think is really, really more interesting. The movie, what is that movie called? Was it Shutter's Island? What the fuck was that shit called?
I can't recall.
It's in theaters. It just came out. It's with Zoe Kravitz, I think, wrote the movie. Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Channing Tatum was engaged to her, and
I
they were
love Zoe Kravitz. She is so cool as an actress.
yeah, I like them.
But then,
I
yeah,
thought it
the
was.
title of the movie escapes me. But I do get the concept of what you're saying.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to look this shit up. What was it? It's gonna bug me if I don't find out. Well, anyway, the original movie was supposed to be called Pussy Island because she wrote that whole script herself. And Jason Tatum was saying that she was like, "Oh, maybe I should make some changes." He was like, "Look, the movie is shot. Like, ain't no more editing." But in that movie, you see similar stuff to what we're looking at now. The drugging of people, people being SA'd and not knowing it. Like, you just see a lot of similarities in what's going on, and you just wonder, like, damn, was that part of, like, were they trying to tell us something? Okay, Miss 702, I got you. But yeah, were they trying to fucking tell us something with these goddamn movies? The same year that movie comes out is the same year that we witness all these weird things happening. I don't think it's a coincidence, man. I think they were, they say art imitates life. I think that's what we're watching. I think they got had some freaky shit going on at Diddy's mansion. Everybody always talk about Bohemian Grove, the white man and all this shit, that places that we can't reach. But shit, maybe that's the case. Maybe that was what was going on. But Jay-Z and his team responded. Let's get to Jay-Z's response. Hold on, give me a second. Let me pull it up on the computer.
Details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs? Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant, but it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family. Joining us now to break this all down as it's happening, News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact. He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you. And then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accuser. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about a driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story, or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z's addition in any way less credible, or is this not in fact so unusual?
It's not unusual when they're still digging up information and facts to prove the allegations that they're trying to make. In addition, remember, this 13-year-old says there's a female there. That has not been disclosed either. That will be very interesting because she could be culpable in this as well.
Yeah, that is interesting. Do you expect we are going to be seeing other celebrity names added and refiled in other lawsuits involving Diddy?
I do. I think this really has a web that wraps around many different people, and I think we're going to see a lot more people named.
Tell me more about the details of any potential blackmail. We do see Jay-Z and his team really coming out swinging, making that allegation. Wouldn't that be a fairly easy allegation to prove? I mean, if in fact Busby reached out trying to blackmail him, wouldn't they have the receipts for that?
Well, what happened was Busby reached out and offered a mediation session, said that his client was amenable to that. I think that is what Jay-Z is sort of extrapolating as being some sort of, extortion or bribery situation. And really that shouldn't be seen in that light.
Jennifer Koffendorfer, I know we'll be tracking this. Appreciate your time tonight as always. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased.
Man, oh shit. Yeah, Jay-Z, hang in there, buddy. That's what happened when you do the bait and switch. And listen, I don't think Jay-Z did it. Like I said, I'm convinced that, this is a money grab, but I have to say this. It's no easy way to say this. Man, this is karma, bro. We did a whole episode over here. I might play that shit. Tomorrow, whatever the case may be. But in the episode, I talked about how Jay-Z always does the bait and switch. Jay-Z, for years, had the reputation for stabbing Dame Dash in the back. And all of a sudden, he started growing his hair like the Painter. Was a Basquiat. 50 Cent brought that to everybody's attention, the gay painter. But then he started being pro-black. You remember when he did that fucking What's Free remix with Meek Mills? He fucking killed that shit. He even did a freestyle for Michael Brown and Freddie Gray. And he talked about how people should support Tidal. Y'all bought 5 iPhones and Steve Jobs is rich. He said all this shit. He was talking that good shit. Like, yeah, Jay-Z is right. We go out and spend our money on Steve Jobs and all those people. We don't ask where the money is, or what they doing with the product and stuff. These motherfuckers done marked the cell phone up to $1,000. There was a time where you can get a fucking, maybe a shitty car, but you can get a used car for $1,000. But now all of a sudden, iPhones are fucking $1,000, and nobody gives a fuck about the price of that shit. But we'll be skeptical when black people have businesses. Oh no, I don't know about this product. I don't know about that product. So I agree with Jay-Z saying that. But he got Tidal, told everybody like, hey man, this is for us. We can't let these outsiders come in and take over what belongs to us. This is for us. I'm helping artists get their masters back. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Jay-Z did all this barking, right? And got Tidal to where it was, got these artists on board, right? So he could use it for leverage, because then he ended up selling Tidal. He did the same thing when he owned Ace of Spade, the drink. He got black people to support it, free publicity, free all that. And then he got it to where it was, got it popular off the backs of black people, and then sold it to the highest bidder, And I always say that it's American. It's considered American to extort black people. So other black people do it and don't even blink their eyes. You know what I mean? So they do what's normal. Everybody does it. Everybody extorts it. Even people that ain't even from this country will come over here and post up in the black neighborhoods to extort black people, because it's considered American to extort them. because they'll give you that money. I mean, everybody but blacks. So I was all for that shit. But Jay-Z extorted black people. We got black people to support, pour into him, get the highest dollar for whatever product he was by making it hot through the black Twitter and talk of black people. And he has a history of doing those things. And then when he got to the NFL, you know, he told Jermaine Dupri, don't perform at the NFL. We fit a boycott because what they doing to our homeboy Colin Kaepernick, right? Then Jay-Z comes out. What are we on our knees for, huh? What are you on our knees? Everybody gets the message. Do you know why we're kneeling? Yes. Do you know why we're kneeling? Yes. Yeah, it's time to move on. He even tried to get Colin Kaepernick, you know, to go to the NFL and try out for his old job, even though he proved that there was wrongdoing on the NFL's behalf. Like, why the fuck would he go back to the same organization that did him dirty behind his back? What do you think they're going to do to him now? Be nice? No, they're going to try to show that, hey, this guy didn't have his job. He didn't deserve a job anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's Jay-Z in a nutshell for you. Hey, Jermaine Dupri, don't perform at the Super Bowl. And then he goes and steals the fucking job. Can't make this shit up. But that's been Jay-Z's history. Bait and switch. Extortion of black people, right? So the mere fact that he extorted black people to seek white favor, white money, and billionaire status, I'm going to just be honest with you. I mean, I don't have no sympathy for him, even though I think he's innocent. Like, he's gonna fight this shit. And I personally, this is what I think. I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna fight, and I think he's gonna win. I think it's gonna cost him a lot of money, but it will cost him a lot more money if he than settling, because he's gonna lose a lot of endorsements. If he fights it, he still maintains his innocence in the court of public opinion, and that's what matters most of the time. You know, these companies don't really care what these people do. They care about what we know that they do. You know, and so that's why Vaseline comes out. The Vaseline that you put on when you ask your chap, right, will come out and be like, I'm Vaseline and I support Black Lives Matter, or I'm Vaseline and I support the LGBTQ. Like that's the only reason they come out and try to support shit, is because they want to seem like they're on the side of right and they're righteous so that you can support their product, you know. So yeah, Jay-Z will he'll fight this and he'll win, but he's gonna spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? And like I said, I won't have sympathy for where he falls after this, only because it ain't got nothing to do with, I know what people for this, you want to see a brother fall, and why is this a brother? Why you doing this to a brother? And I'll just say this. It has nothing to do with Jay-Z being black, because like I said, Jay-Z's doing what most people do. Same thing Umar do, Tariq Nasheed. They extort black people's ignorance. They find an emotion or something, you know what I mean, and then get black people to support it because we make shit hot. As much as people say they can't stand black people, they spend a lot of time obsessing with black people, you know what I mean? To the point where grown men will pay, we ain't pay black men. They want black men to fuck their wives. That's weird shit. But yeah, that's how much, that's the obsession with black people. The movie Get Out was basically based around that, you know, white people they're so obsessed with black people, they want all the features and everything from us that they would possess us and get inside our body. That's literally what the movie was about. But like I said, Jay-Z extorting black people, I don't care where he falls. You know what I mean? Hey, just hang in there. You know what I mean? Just hang in there, Jay-Z. You know, because Jay-Z don't speak out about politics, about anything. Jay-Z is for self. You know what I mean? And we could clearly see that with the Dame Dash situation and every other situation after that. And Jay-Z took this Super Bowl gig because he thought that it was going to lead to him getting ownership in the NFL. And hey, guess what? It didn't. It didn't get you ownership. And I don't feel bad one bit. A lot of people that I was talking to, like my homie All Positive, like when I called him, the first thing he said was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, me neither, bro. We just talked about this. Like, Jay-Z, you really think that they're going to allow you to own an NFL team? You think that's what's going to happen? So you think the NFL owners, right? Now, majority of the league is black. I say 70 to 80% of the league is black. Those are not factual numbers. That's my guesstimation, right? Educated guess, you know, but probably 70, 80% black. But when you look at the owners, it's zero. No owners are black, right? And matter of fact, Diddy was looking into buying the Miami Dolphins. I forgot all about that shit as well. But which is crazy to me that, you know, they were like, nah, Diddy, can't get that smut on our name, but Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is out there at these massage parlors with these underage women, and it gets swept up under the rug. But yeah, man, Jay-Z, you thought they was actually gonna let you own a fucking NFL team, bro, and you literally used black negotiations to force them to get you to be in charge of the halftime show. You think that's what's gonna happen? Okay. Like Kanye say, okay, we for the see, because that we for the see how this shit handled. That might be their way to get out of this shit. They might have cooked the shit up. Who knows? She refiled the lawsuit. It originally had Diddy's name on it. Then I don't know, like from the sounds of it, they reached out to Jay-Z and demanded, him settle out of court, and he said absolutely not. And then that's when they said, okay, and added his name to the lawsuit, which is like, what the fuck? Huh? That's crazy. I seen a YouTube channel report on this, and they was like, so wait a minute, you could literally just go press charges on anybody? I'm like, yeah, buddy. Like, that's where the fuck have you been? How old are you? That's America, bro. I know y'all heard about the lady who went to McDonald's, spilt her coffee on herself, and sued McDonald's for it and won millions of dollars. Like, welcome to fucking America. Yes, you absolutely can. But like I said, I don't have any sympathy for Jay-Z. Forgive me for not finding any sympathy for Jay-Z. Now, I will say this: I do like Beyonce. I like Beyonce for several reasons. One of them is she's from Texas. The other is because she don't really do nothing to deserve the hate that she gets. But Jigga, he's earned that shit. Jigga has earned all the hate that he's receiving, and I do not feel bad for him whatsoever. Like, all the bait and switch, using black people to get your status and become a billionaire and seek white favor. Shit's coming to a close, brother, and hang in there, because you're gonna have to if you ever go down, like, because Diddy went from billionaire to he finna be broke. Shit, I'm finna have my net worth finna be more than fucking Diddy's when this shit is over. You know what I mean? And if the same happens with Jigga, and you got to go, down to D-list or C-list celebrity, you got to go look at the same people who you baited and switched with to make your shit hot, to make you a billionaire. Forgive me for saying that's what I thought karma looked like. I thought it was supposed to be served cold. I thought it was supposed to be when you least expect it. You know what I mean? Because Miss 702 pulled up today and dropped some gems on us. She named names, dates, what I mean? But she came up and she told us some stuff, and it's like, the reason I know she's not lying is because, like I said, I remember being in school. I ain't gonna lie, this is probably the only people that I ever hated on are males for women. I didn't know no better, at the time. But I remember being really popular in my grade, you know what I mean? And I remember, like, being creme de la creme in my grade. But I remember I couldn't compete with the niggas with cars. I'm young, you know what I mean? I'm probably like 12, 11, some shit like that. You know what I mean? 13, whatever the case. However you're in high school as a freshman. And they, the older niggas is pulling up to the gyms, is dating the fucking girls, bro. You be like, man, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Like, what? So yeah, I know she not lying. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say it was culture. It's just that they didn't demonize it like they are now. You know what I mean? And I heard somebody say this about, using the word, the FAG word, or using any of those words. And they was like, the dude basically, he articulated it pretty well. He said, that word has always been wrong. It's just that we didn't recognize it then. Even when we was using it then, it was wrong. Because people were saying, oh, you get canceled for saying anything today. It wasn't bad in the 2000s or the 90s. Because Eminem was dropping that word every other sentence. He definitely couldn't get away with that shit now. You know what I mean? They're definitely a protected group. You know what I mean? You can't even get by on YouTube showing content that say that shit, even if you're reacting to it. So they definitely protected now. But I agree with that dude that said that. I think it was Stewart that said that. But yeah, it was wrong then. It's wrong now. And them talking to underage girls was wrong then, and it's wrong now. Listen, I'm gonna just be honest with you. We were talking about Aaliyah. Aaliyah, to me, always had a pretty face, but her body, when R. Kelly and them was talking to her, looked like a fucking teenage boy. Like she was not developed whatsoever. They're fucking sick. You listen, please don't cancel me. But y'all know how midgets will have like an adult face, but like a little body. That's kind of what Aaliyah was whenever she was young, when they were talking to her. But they were all after the same girl. They all, you know what I mean? They all was gaga over Aaliyah. And it's like, damn, let the little 12 and 13-year-old boys Aaliyah's age lust after her. The fuck is these grown-ass men lusting after Aaliyah? R. Kelly writing songs to her. I literally had somebody pull up on my panel and say, you don't know that R. Kelly did that. And it's like, brother, R. Kelly has a sex tape out there incriminating him of doing the crime, along with him doing interviews talking about, you know, his mother and how he was in love with her and used to put his lips on the same spot as her. Hollywood was perfect for a freak like R. Kelly. I ain't talking about freak like the good freak, like, yo, she freaking in the motherfucker. I'm talking about freak like, ew, this motherfucker nasty. You know, that's what R. Kelly was, but Hollywood was perfect for him. That's why he was able to thrive, you know what I mean, so long in Hollywood. For that very reason, he was able to thrive because Hollywood's fucking sick. People that in their admiration for money are fucking sick. They're gonna ignore everything you do because they're looking at it for it's not me and my family. Yeah, I'm out here chasing a bag, or I'm out here getting this, I'm getting these type of rewards. So they feel like they're getting paid for it. They could turn a blind eye to it. Like R. Kelly wrote a gazillion hits whenever he was on top of the game. Wrote songs for people. I think Celine Dion song. Like he got a bunch of he wrote for fucking Michael Jackson. And all the meanwhile, everybody knew. They didn't give a fuck. They was worried about being a big artist. And like I said, man, you can't find one black person that do not believe in the Illuminati. But you can't also, on the other flip side of that, find one black person who ain't willing to sell their fucking soul. What, like they used to always say, sell their booty? Sell their goddamn booty for the almighty dollar. And it's like, when they be talking about the Illuminati and Jay-Z and these people being evil, they just be up there talking. You know what I mean? Because they would switch places with them in a fucking heartbeat. If the person who's in charge of the Illuminati, this is really funny because on X, I don't know if somebody watches my show or whatever, or watch the show that I post on X and then they reacted to it or whatever. But I used to always, you know, clown about Reds being Illuminati and how I wanted to join and stuff like that. Somebody literally sent me a photo. I'm gonna screenshot it and put it on the screen of they were like, hey, this is the Illuminati. We want you to join. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, black people, I can't find one person that do not believe in the Illuminati, but they would definitely join that shit. If that shit was for local people instead of just celebrities, and they were going door to door with the Illuminati pamphlet, they definitely would join. They'd be like, so I only got to sacrifice 2 family members? Oh, yeah, count me in. But yeah, they would join that shit. And it's just sick. It's just sick. You know, I never really, I desire to be comfortable. I never really desire to be buku rich, like billions of dollars. I play the lottery. I'm not ashamed to say I'm one of those people who are bad at math that play the lottery, right? But I always think like, what would I do if I won? And I always come to the same conclusion. I would look out for people. I would look out for the people that are real with me. I would look out for the people who supported me. I would look out for a lot of people and take care of a lot of people. And I wouldn't want to I'd be like, bro, I would be okay with just a tenth of this money. When the shit be like 900 million, bro, I only know 900 million, bro. Give me just a meal ticket. I'll show you you know what I mean? I don't have to be ultra rich. I don't understand why people like Kanye West is out there begging, trying to achieve billionaire status and all these celebrities. And it's like, bro, you're not happy being a multi-millionaire? What is the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire besides their bank account? Right. You know what I mean? Their bank account. There's nothing different in them. They're still in the elite. They're still in the 1%. You know what I mean? Fucking a millionaire could buy the same shit that a billionaire could buy. There's not a lot of difference. The only thing is you change your title and your status. And then it's your network that's that. You can't go to the bank and touch $1 billion. So I don't even understand the grind that it takes, the rubbing the elbows, the bunny hopping for the millionaires like Meek Mills is doing. For the billionaires, for like Meek Mills is doing, the feeding the billionaires like Kanye West is doing. It's like, you do all this shit for what? Like, you're not content. Like there's still a void in you that says more. So then when you reach the billionaire status, then what? Multi-billion? Like I don't understand. There's no, like these people can't be pleased. These people have an emptiness in them, a void that just it can't be filled. You know, I remember reading that, you know, in Rome, that, you know, they would get bored sometimes. Of course, you've seen the Colosseum, you've seen what happened there. There was a time where public executions were like considered like, you know, entertainment, you know, and that's what Hollywood is to me. Those people like have made it to the top. You know, they're elitists now. They, you know, they sip wine with the best of them and get the party and mosey up with other people who put their pants leg on and fart and shit like everybody else, but they're told that they're special. And it's like it's empty void. They want to be entertained. They want that dopamine rush at all times. That's why they be having these orgies. I've never understood the idea of going into a room where 1,000 people are fucking, or 500, shit, 3 or 4. I've never understood that. I never, listen, if that's your thing, man, it's your thing, man. But I've never understood that. To me, that right there is where you've watched too much porn or experienced too much to where your brain is gradually pushing that fucking line and pushing that line into this where it's like, you know what, I want to buy 1,000 dildos, 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I want to see people fuck in front of me. Like, you just start getting weird. You start living out your fantasies. And like, look, I don't know if you can see the screen, but this is one of my favorite quotes. When a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasures. That's all Hollywood is. People distracting themselves with pleasure, not purpose. Because, I mean, their purpose should be their acting. You know what I mean? Bringing light to characters and bringing entertainment to the people. But all this extra stuff that they doing outside of they purpose and their job, these Diddy parties, shit is fucking evil. You know what I mean? It's evil. And Cat Williams, I mean, he was trying to tell us, you know, didn't Cat Williams say in that interview that he didn't see these people do these actual things, but he got a list. You know, he has Santa Claus, he got a list and he checking it twice, but he said he got a list of people, you know, and he's, you know, he knows who's doing what, and he named TD Jakes by fucking name, you know, and all these big dick deviants, you know, all this weird shit that he talk about, but that's just crazy to me that all this shit coming full circle. Orlando Brown. Miss 702, you on the computer, look that up. Is it Orlando Brown or is it Orlando Anderson? But Orlando did a video and he was talking about how he had sex with his mama and his daddy. And he was like, you know, did he say both of them got him pregnant or he got both of them pregnant? And I'm like, brother, come on now. Now, one of those is physically impossible. And this is why you got to take what Orlando's saying with a grain of salt, because I think Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright are definitely on drugs. There's an interview that they have together and they're just drugged out. But it's funny because they're the only people that can understand each other. It's like people who do psychedelic drugs and they have psych trips and they're like on the same page, which I've never seen happen. I mean, not that I do those drugs or anything, but like I've watched videos of people doing so Orlando Anderson, fucking Miss 702, Orlando Anderson's the dude that shot Tupac. You so fucking West Coast. You so fucking West Coast that you said Orlando Anderson. Because I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? Orlando Anderson's the guy that fucking shot Tupac. You so fucking West Coast. You calling the baba dabba doo out there. Yeah. You calling that guy Orlando Anderson. That is fucking hilarious. Oh my God, that's so hilarious.
I mean, I told you in the first interview, I mean, she gave me, and then I gave her some, yeah.
That's hilarious with 702. So yeah, man, I should, you know what? I might pull up that. Let me pull up that Jaguar Wright video because Pierce Morgan had Jaguar Wright on the show, and when he had Jaguar Wright on the show, basically Jaguar Wright said some things about Beyonce, but it's been so long that I don't take her serious that I can't remember what she said. But I think Beyonce and Jay-Z might have slapped Pierce Morgan with like a fucking threat of a defamation lawsuit, and he had to come out and apologize. But I don't remember exactly what was said during the interview. But I don't know. I seen a dude do a video today. He was talking about how Jaguar Wright was a hero, and you know what I mean, and how you gotta, Jaguar Wright is brave and all this other stuff. And I'm like, brother, Jaguar Wright is doing these interviews where the interviewers know they're gonna get clicks. Same reason Pierce Morgan brought her on. They know they're gonna get clicks because Jaguar Wright is all over the place, and she ain't afraid to just call a celebrity's name, whether the story's true or not. Like I said, I'm surprised she ain't say, Denzel, you remember when you ate my pussy? You know what I mean? I'm surprised she ain't say that shit. It's like, but Jaguar Wright definitely gonna get the clicks and the views. And look, Miss 702, Orlando, this is how I know. That's why I say I can't trust Orlando Anderson, right? Excuse me, Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown does an interview. I want to say it was Art of the Dialogue. I can't remember what it was on, but he did it with Charleston White, right? And Charleston White was paid $5,000. Orlando was like $500, and he used the $500 to buy drugs, and he got high before the show. Charleston White revealed all this shit while they were filming, and he basically was talking to him, and he was like, "Okay, Daddy," and he was like, "Man, stop calling me Daddy." He kept getting irritated with Orlando Brown calling him Daddy. He was like, "But you my daddy," and he was like, "Bro, I ain't your fucking," like he went off on him, right? And when he went off on Orlando Brown, he basically went off on him and exposed, like, "Bro, you got paid $500. You over here getting high, and you don't take shit serious." Charleston White basically in that interview said it. He named him and Jaguar Wright, and he said, "This is why can't nobody have no conversation with y'all, because y'all not serious. Y'all do these drugs, and y'all head is all over the place." Because he was like, "What about the Muslim people? What about them, doing something to these young kids?" Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And listen, I might be like the dog whisperer for crazy people, because I used to talk to crazy people downtown, had to work with them to get them to move around and do all this other stuff while they was on drugs. But when he was talking about the Muslim movement, he was talking about fucking Elijah Muhammad. And he probably was aware of that, and he was so high that he just threw it out there. He was like, "What about the Muslim people hurting these kids?" That's what he was talking about. But he's so all over the place that he can't articulate himself. He's so fucking high all the time. But Orlando Brown, his brain is gone and fried, and Charleston White brought that up in the interview. And I was like, damn, every time I see Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright, I feel bad for them, because I feel like people are extorting them. And that, it's profitable for them to talk and say stupid shit. And they pay $5,500 because they know they're going to get it back in views from Orlando Brown and Charleston White being on the same show. And it's really sad. I mean, like I said, it's the exploitation of black people. Like I said, like I said earlier, this stuff was normalized amongst the black community because we are victims of sexual assault. It is what it is. Now, I know black people going on these spiritual journeys, and we was here before Abraham Lincoln, and understand we like that cause of no final destination as Negroes. Like, I get it. We looking for a sense of pride and belonging, but when our DNA ancestry, it don't know nothing about us, but it can tell us exactly where we came from. It's mostly West Africa. Had a dude tell me he wasn't no slave. His grandpa, in fact, was a slave owner, but he's 100% black. And he said he got the papers at his house to prove it. I'm like, wait a minute. So your grandpa is such a fucking dick that he wouldn't give the black people that he owned, even though he was a free man or a former slave or whatever the case may be, he wouldn't give them their freedom papers on his deathbed. Sounds to me like your grandpa was a fucking asshole. Like you. That's what I told him. But yeah, that's fucking hilarious. That dude said his grandpa old fucking slave. But yeah, we are the victims of being stolen, kidnapped, and sexual assault. It's like we want a sense of pride. So we go, we Hebrews, we this, we that, we the first original people, we the gods of the earth, we the gods of the universe, blah, 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 blah. You heard all this shit before. But all that stems from us being jacked up because how they treated us, right? I told you the story about the girl who was being sexually assaulted at 13, and she had a boyfriend, and she told the dude to stop. Dude wouldn't stop, so she ended up killing his ass. You know, slave owner ended up killing his ass and burying him in the floor and burning the rest in the fireplace. And then the wife then went straight to her cabin because they knew what was going on, but just pretended like they didn't. And then finally got her to confess, and then they end up taking her to court, and then eventually ended up deciding that she should be hung. But this is the history that we're dealing with. Kidnapped people who were sexually assaulted for years, families broken up, because they was still getting married during slavery. Families broken up, you know, so we don't have a healthy relationship with sex. So, you know, that's what we're dealing with here. A group of Black people that's victims of sexual assault. So, you know, hopefully we'll get it together one day. You know, hopefully we'll carry ourselves to a higher standard, you know, stop exploiting Black people, you know what I mean, embrace Africa, you know what I mean, and have a healthy balance with sex, and stop looking at these kids with no hips, with little boy bodies like Aaliyah had in the industry, you know what I mean, and stop having this lust for money, man. But yeah, man, this is a good place to land it, man. I'm happy I went live today because I had a lot of shit to get out of my chest. I couldn't believe they got Uncle Denzel. Uncle Denzel is out there revealing it all, that he did heroin, that he out there kissing men, and it's just like, it's pretty, I gotta call it what it's pretty depressing, man. Denzel was the one, you know what I mean, that we thought at least had enough integrity to make it unblemished, but as of lately, he blemished like a motherfucker. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Like that, man. 702. You know what I mean? What's somebody else in the chat? Appreciate you pulling up. I can't find your name. Nico, and Sir Foul Player and Deuce, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. We all keep on building this shit up, man. Keep on rocking, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Anyway, I'm out this bitch.
Mike, Francois Botha, 6-1 underdog. Are there any concerns on your part?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about numbers. I just know what I can do.
How about
kill this mother? Well, it. It's a fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
Then we could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Off.
10 toes down, ends don't lie, I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. I been about mine, 10 toes down, ends don't lie, I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. Heard pussy niggas talking, staying Kingston just an old nigga. 10 toes down, that nigga Kingston still fold niggas. Never been no hoe nigga, just watch the money tree grow big. And I be goddamn if I depend on hoes like a nothing ass little broke nigga. Ain't no respect, yeah the game switch. Most of these niggas be shameless. Type of niggas be ducking fights, but then put your hands on your main bitch, that's some lame shit. Same niggas that I came with, that CBD Marvin, that FOFK say fucking nigga, that's the same clip. Wouldn't switch it up and wouldn't change shit. Fuck boys got the game bent, talking down like he can't be touched, but a nigga like me make it famous. Gotta follow up and get back to business. Got that hard white, that's that catchy grip and go all night just to stack commission. If I fall, might just have to slap the clip. And y'all sound live, but it's a fact of fiction. Full paper chase, that's my active mission. Stay hustle mode, never slacking with. Stay on code about that action, nigga. Get the clapping, nigga. Just the 80s, baby. That's the crazy thing. Niggas quick to hop up on the gravy train, trying to ride my wave. I'm too wavy, man. And I never let a bitch nigga play me, man. 10 toes down, ends don't lie. I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. I been about mine, 10 toes down, ends don't lie, I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied.